Archangel Michael is speaking now, and his voice carries the power of heaven itself. His words are like thunder wrapped in love, lightning wrapped in mercy. He says, "My child, just by listening to this message, all the problems in your life will go away. This is not a joke. This is not ordinary. This is the voice of heaven reaching into your heart. Watch closely, listen carefully, for the words you are hearing carry the power to shift your life completely. For too long, you have carried burdens that seemed unshakable. You have walked with questions that seemed unanswered, faced doors that stayed locked, carried wounds that refused to heal. And yet Michael declares, this message is not another word, it is the key. It is heaven's stream flowing directly into your ears, washing away struggles, rewriting futures. Child, you will not leave this moment the same. As you listen, chains are falling. As you hear, your tears are being collected. As you receive, your tomorrow is being restored. The angels are gathered around you even now. They lean close, attending every corner of your soul. They whisper to one another, "Look, the child is listening. Look, the child is awake. Look, the problems that once seemed immovable are trembling at heaven's decree." Yes, beloved, the voice of Michael carries a sword of light. That sword slices through every entanglement, every curse, every obstacle. Nothing can remain standing against the command of heaven. Listen carefully, heaven is not speaking about your problems in fear but in victory. Every debt, every disappointment, every delay, every betrayal, every sickness, every heartbreak, none can survive this presence. Michael says, when you hear me, you are not hearing man. You are hearing the decree of heaven. And where heaven decrees, there is no argument. Where heaven commands, there is no resistance. Where heaven speaks, change must occur. Why are the angels rejoicing over you? Because they have seen your silent nights, the tears you could not explain, the mornings you forced a smile though your spirit was weary. They saw you hold on when it was easier to let go. They watched your strength when your heart felt weak. And now, because you opened this word, they surround you with songs of triumph. Problems, be gone. Tears, be dried. Struggles, be silenced. The child has listened. Michael insists, this is not a joke. Why? Because heaven knows how many times you doubted, how many times you thought miracles were for others but not for you, how many times you said, perhaps hope is just an illusion. Heaven knows how often you heard empty promises and saw no result. That is why Michael's voice strikes with certainty, this is not a joke. This is not empty. This is not a dream. This is your hour of release. Problems dissolve as heaven's word enters your spirit. The power of God is real, and it flows even now through this message. You are not hearing this by chance. You are not listening by accident. Heaven orchestrated this moment. Heaven planned that your ears would catch these words, that your heart would be pierced by their fire, that your life would never be the same. The angels circled your name for this moment. Now that you are here, they rejoice, for your season of heavy struggle is ending. Do you remember the mountain that looked unmovable? The wall that looked unbreakable? The shadow that looked too dark? Michael says, watch them vanish as you listen. Watch the mountain crumble. Watch the wall break. Watch the shadow flee. For this is the decree of heaven, and nothing can stand against it. A fountain is pouring now into your life. A fountain of peace, washing away anxiety. A fountain of joy, replacing sorrow. A fountain of strength, healing your weakness. As you listen, rivers of heaven are flowing into dry places. As you listen, problems are turning into testimonies. As you listen, heaven is writing victory over your name. The problems you thought permanent are temporary in heaven's eyes. The struggles you thought endless are ending now. The doors you thought sealed are opening. The relationships you thought broken are being healed. The finances you thought lost are being restored. The hope you thought dead is being revived. Michael declares, my child, believe what you are hearing. Do not take it lightly. This is not a joke. This is your freedom. Every word carries heaven's vibration. Every sentence is a key unlocking another door. Every moment you remain listening is another chain breaking. You are stepping out of cages you did not even realize held you. You are walking into light that once felt unreachable. This message is your evidence, your miracle, your answered prayer. Lift your eyes, beloved. Feel the burdens leaving. Feel the weight melting from your shoulders. Feel problems dissolving like mist in sunlight. Feel peace where there was chaos, joy where there was sorrow, crowns where there were ashes. Michael declares, the problems cannot stay, because heaven has spoken. You are free, you are blessed, you are whole. My child, heaven is not slow. Heaven is not late. Heaven moves in the exact moment it is meant to. And this is that moment. That is why Archangel Michael insists, do not doubt this, for just by hearing, you are healed. Just by believing, you are restored. Just by listening, your life is shifting. You have prayed for release, and it has come. You have cried for change, and it is here. You have waited for evidence, and it stands before you in these words. This is why the angels rejoice. They see the end of your struggles, the lifting of your burdens, the restoration of your path. They sing over you even now, the child has listened. The child is free. The problems are gone. And when you rise from this moment, you will not rise the same. Your eyes will see differently. Your heart will feel lighter. Your steps will carry new strength. The problems that once followed you will no longer find you. The chains that once bound you will no longer hold you. The shadows that once whispered lies will no longer speak. For heaven has declared, through Michael's voice, it is finished. So take this word into your soul. Do not treat it lightly. This is not a joke. This is not ordinary. This is heaven's decree. And because you listened, problems must leave. Burdens must break. Struggles must cease. You are stepping into a new season marked not by tears but by joy, not by heaviness but by freedom, not by defeat but by victory. Archangel Michael says one last time in this moment, my child, just by listening to this message, the problems in your life are leaving. You are whole. You are restored. You are blessed. This is not a joke, this is your miracle. The voice of Archangel Michael has not ended, my child. His words continue like waves upon the shore, each one carrying power, each one breaking the grip of problems that once clung to your life. He speaks again, my child, you must believe this. By hearing my voice, chains are falling. By listening to heaven's decree, your problems are dissolving like smoke. Do not think lightly of this moment, for this is not a joke. This is the mercy of God extended to you, and every problem that once mocked you is now being silenced. There are angels moving even now. They are walking through the corridors of your life, entering into rooms you thought locked forever. They are touching areas of your life where you cried, "It will never change." They are removing shadows from your heart, cleaning the dust of delay from your soul. They carry scrolls written with your name, and upon those scrolls, every problem that was recorded against you is being erased by the fire of heaven. As you listen, the ink of struggle is fading, and in its place, the word victory is written. Do you feel it? The heaviness that pressed on your shoulders is lifting. The fear that sat in your chest is dissolving. The confusion that swirled in your mind is clearing. This is the evidence that heaven is at work. Problems cannot stay when the voice of Michael speaks. His voice is a trumpet of heaven, blasting through barriers, shaking walls, breaking chains. He declares, "This is not man's promise, this is heaven's command." My child, you are free. Think of the nights you lay awake, staring at the ceiling, asking God, "When will it end? When will I see breakthrough?" The angels were present. They heard your whispers. They collected every tear. They carried them as holy offerings before the throne. And heaven answered, "The time is now." That is why Michael speaks so firmly, this is not a joke. This is the moment where problems lose their power. As you continue to listen, heaven's atmosphere is entering your surroundings. It enters your home, bringing peace where there was chaos. It enters your relationships, restoring where there was brokenness. It enters your finances, providing where there was lack. It enters your health, healing where there was pain. Problems cannot stand in the light of heaven's decree. And the angels rejoice because they know the truth. Problems were never stronger than heaven. Problems were never bigger than God. Problems were never permanent, only temporary obstacles waiting for this moment. Michael says, "My child, watch closely. The mountain is crumbling. The river of blessing is flowing. The chains of fear are snapping. This is the decree of heaven, you are free." This freedom is not just for one part of your life. It will flow like a river through everything connected to you. The struggles in your family will bow. The curses that lingered for generations will be broken. The disappointments that followed you like shadows will vanish. Because when heaven speaks, it speaks to the whole of you, not a part. You are not half healed, half restored, half blessed. You are completely free. Every problem carried a weight, but heaven is balancing the scales. Every problem left a scar, but heaven is healing the wound. Every problem drained your strength, but heaven is pouring fresh oil. This is why the angels sing loudly over you, celebrating the moment of release. They know the words of Michael are final, and they shout in agreement, problems disappear. Struggles end. Chains break. The child is free. Listen deeper, child. This is not background noise, this is the language of your destiny. Problems are being pushed out of your timeline. Obstacles are being cut from your path. Even people who once stood against you will find their hands empty, for heaven has shifted the order. This is not your battle anymore. This is heaven's declaration, and heaven never loses. You may wonder, can it really be so simple? Just by listening, can my problems end? Yes, child, because you are not listening to ordinary words. You are hearing a decree from eternity. You are aligning with the voice of heaven. And when you align, every chain must unfasten. This is the mystery of faith. Heaven does the work, and you receive the victory. Think of Israel at the Red Sea. They did not fight Pharaoh's army, heaven fought for them. Think of Jericho's walls. They did not push them down, heaven's power collapsed them. Think of Lazarus in the tomb. He did not climb out on his own, heaven's command called him forth. And now heaven is saying to you, problems, release this child. This is not a joke. Freedom has come. My child, your testimony is already being written. Soon you will tell others, I was drowning in problems, but when I listened to heaven's voice, everything changed. You will say, I was broken, but I became whole. I was empty, but I was filled. I was chained, but I walked free. This is your story, unfolding even now. So rejoice. Lift your hands in your heart. Smile through your tears. Feel the presence of angels filling your atmosphere. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not destined to live in problems forever. Archangel Michael has spoken, and heaven has agreed, this child is free. This child is blessed. This child's problems are gone. And when you rise from this moment, the weight of years will no longer cling to you. You will walk differently. You will think differently. You will love differently. Because heaven has declared the end of your struggles and the beginning of your joy. The voice of Archangel Michael continues, my child, flowing like a mighty river, unstoppable, cleansing, and unending. He says again, do not take this moment lightly. Just by listening, your problems are dissolving. Just by receiving, your struggles are leaving. This is not a joke. This is the decree of heaven over your life. His words pierce the atmosphere around you, cutting through the heaviness that once clung to your soul. Problems have tried to follow you for years, like shadows refusing to leave your side. But Michael's words are light, and when light enters, shadows must vanish. He declares, the shadow of disappointment is gone. The shadow of lack is gone. The shadow of betrayal is gone. The shadow of sickness is gone. The shadow of fear is gone. The child is free. Even now, angels are marching into the history of your life, undoing knots that tied you down. They are entering the moments of your past where pain began, touching them with healing light. They are entering the present battles that drained you, lifting them from your shoulders. They are entering the future that seemed uncertain, securing it with God's promise. Every timeline of your life is being touched, past, present, and future. Michael says, "My child, you have carried enough. Heaven has chosen to carry it now. Lay down your worry, for it is no longer yours. Lay down your fear, for it is no longer yours. Lay down your pain, for it is no longer yours." Just by hearing these words, heaven is lifting them away. Think about the chains of limitation you once thought unbreakable. Chains of financial struggle, chains of family conflict, chains of silent pain, chains of inner wounds. Heaven's fire is upon them now. Every link is breaking. Every lock is snapping. Every prison door is opening. You are walking free, because Michael has spoken. This is not a joke. The problems are gone. The angels are writing in heaven's record books at this very moment. Where once your name was surrounded by the words, burden, delay, struggle, and loss, those words are being erased. In their place new words are appearing: freedom, joy, restoration, abundance. The record of your life is changing because heaven has declared completion. Listen carefully. Every sentence you hear is planting seeds in your spirit. Seeds of peace that will grow into forests of rest. Seeds of faith that will grow into mountains of miracles. Seeds of joy that will grow into rivers of laughter. Your problems are not just leaving, they are being replaced with blessings that will multiply. The angels are rejoicing because they know what is happening. They see what you cannot yet see. They see storms turning into sunlight. They see ashes turning into crowns. They see deserts turning into gardens. They see emptiness turning into overflow. They are singing over you. The child has listened. The child is free. The problems are gone. Michael's voice is like a hammer, breaking stones of resistance. He says, "The wall that kept you from your blessing is falling. The gate that blocked your destiny is opening. The chains that bound your progress are broken. Child, you are stepping into the life heaven always prepared for you." This is why heaven repeats, "This is not a joke." Because it may feel too good to be true. It may sound impossible to your mind. But the truth of heaven is greater than the facts of earth. What seemed permanent on earth is temporary under heaven's decree. What seemed impossible to man is simple to God. What seemed broken beyond repair is being restored even now. As you listen, heaven's peace is filling you. That restless energy that made you anxious is calming. That silent heaviness that made you cry is lifting. That confusion that made you doubt is clearing. Problems are leaving because they cannot live in the presence of faith, and your faith is awakening through this message. Michael says, "My child, miracles are closer than you think. Do not look at what is leaving, look at what is coming. Do not focus on what is broken, focus on what is being healed. Do not dwell on the problems, rejoice in the solutions that heaven is releasing." Your life is shifting even in this very second. The problems that drained your joy are turning into testimonies that will feed your faith. The struggles that silenced you are turning into songs that will lift others. The burdens that bent your back are turning into blessings that will raise your head high. This is not just change, this is transformation. And when you rise tomorrow, you will notice the difference. The problem that used to disturb your peace will not touch you. The fear that used to wake you at night will not find you. The heaviness that used to follow you will not remain. Because heaven has said, "It is finished." This message is your turning point. This message is your release. This message is your answer. And heaven rejoices because the word has entered your spirit and done what years of struggle could not. Archangel Michael says once more, "My child, just by listening, your problems are gone." This is not a joke. This is your freedom. Rejoice, for heaven has chosen you. The voice of Archangel Michael rises again, wrapping around your soul like a shield of light. His words are not gentle suggestions, they are decrees, heavenly commands that reshape reality. He declares, "Child of God, this message is carrying the power of deliverance." Just by listening, the burdens that once ruled over you are leaving. Just by receiving, the problems that weighed you down are lifting. This is not a joke, this is heaven's mercy poured out for you. Feel this moment carefully. The atmosphere around you is shifting even as you hear. What once felt heavy is growing light. What once felt impossible is bending into possibility. Problems that have followed you like shadows are now trembling, for they cannot resist heaven's command. The angels surround you, their wings stretched wide, their voices rising in chorus. The child has listened. The child is free. The problems are gone. Michael speaks again with fire in his tone, "My child, your problems thought they had the final word, but heaven's word is greater. Every problem in your life must bow to the name of the Lord. The pain you carried is not permanent. The sorrow you endured is not eternal. The struggles you fought are not forever. This message is the sign that heaven has intervened, and all things are changing. Look into your life, the doors you thought were closed are unlocking. The chains you thought were unbreakable are breaking. The wounds you thought were beyond healing are closing. The emptiness you thought would last forever is being filled. Just by listening, restoration is happening. Do you remember the days when you wondered if God heard you? Do you remember the nights when you asked, "Am I forgotten?" Archangel Michael says, "Heaven never forgot you." Every tear was recorded. Every prayer was stored. Every sigh was collected. And now heaven is answering with fullness. The problems that mocked you are being silenced. The shame that clung to you is being erased. The fear that chained you is being destroyed. This is not a joke, my child, this is the truth of your release. As you hear, heaven is writing a new chapter in your life. A chapter not of pain but of joy. Not of confusion but of clarity. Not of loss but of abundance. The angels are holding the pages open, and Michael is writing with fire, completed. Restored. Healed. Delivered. Blessed.